Shout out to OG Ananobi. You know, today is like, it's still a good time to be a Knicks fan. It really is. It's a good day to be a Knicks fan. This is episode number 35 of the Stoic Knicks Fan. Man, listen, they still got brothers saying, bro, you don't got no Knicks content. I'm like, bro, I done more than 100 specific videos talking about the New York Knicks, right? But you know, it is what it is. So it really is a good time to be a Knicks fan. Like, I just thought about it, right? We got bragging rights over the entire East. Yes, including Pacers fans who really think it's a flex to believe that you knocked us off the last two times. Now, let's keep it real. The first time the entire Knicks were injured. Even with that, we were about to go up 3-1 or 3-0, and you got Scott Foster to make a controversial call at the end of Game 3, and it took a miracle shot by Andrew Nembhard to make it a 2-1 series, right? I believe they tied it 2-2. We went up 3-2, and I think they won the last two, something like that. I don't even remember how that shit went, but the Knicks were missing four key players before Jalen Brunson himself broke his hand at halftime of Game 7. You know, mind you, I'm not going to do that because y'all were winning the game handily. The Indiana Pacers. Last year, all right, you stole Game 1. Controversial no call, because Halliburton clearly double dribbled before he hit that goddamn shot. The Knicks should have won. You know, the corny choke sign, because it's funny, you got a lead from us, right? Okay, we choked. We did choke. First of all, you thought you won the game. It was a 2, not a 3. The shot shouldn't have counted anyway because you double dribbled. The shot hit the back of the backboard and dropped through. Okay, we shouldn't have been playing with you. The Knicks have done this to San Antonio. We've done this to better teams than Cleveland, than the Indiana Pacers. And in the Indiana Pacers, instead of being competitive last year, instead of actually, you tank, quote unquote you tank, at least Silverfield's you tank, you won 19 games. And you think you have bragging rights over the New York Knicks, who won the fucking champ. Like, where do we do this? How does a team have bragging rights over the team that won the championship in a year where you won 19 games? And you believe getting back Halliburton, who is not even the best player in the team, Siakam is. Halliburton, the most overrated player. He's become quickly the most overrated player. And guess what? He's damn near voted the most overrated player in the league. He's overrated. I'm sorry. He's not a good point guard. He's not at the end of games. And this is why you came into the playoffs with a mediocre record. Now, you were able to take advantage of some injuries, same way Boston did in 2024, and get to the finals. And yes, you caught a less than experienced OKC team slipping and was able to take them to Game 7. But you lost. You don't get, hey, look, in 1999, Patrick Ewing tore his Achilles as well. We don't get we would have won a championship if Patrick Ewing didn't tear his Achilles, because we played without him. We were competitive without him. And you know what? Patrick Ewing never came back. Now, he was a lot older than Halliburton is. Halliburton does have better basketball in front of him, But there's no guarantee that, number one, Halliburton, who was overrated in the first place, is going to be the Halliburton that, when you think one player, this is the problem. They think one player is going to put them all the way back into contention from 19 wins. Delusional. It's just delusional. I'm sorry. It's delusional. One player is not going to put a 19-win team back in the title picture. The Knicks are in the title picture. Catch up. Okay? As far as Detroit. Detroit, you beat us 3 times. We beat you in the playoffs. Who gets bragging rights? You beat us 3 times in the regular season. We won the championship. You got knocked out in the second round. crying about magnet balls. You got knocked out by losing by 30 on your home floor. Yes, the Knicks lost in Game 7 by a lot on our home floor as well. We had to eat that. But we did it with a bunch of injuries. You did it because you're just not experienced enough and your team ran out of gas. Who gets the bragging rights? Oh, the Knicks get bragging rights, brother. The Knicks get bragging rights, brother. That's how it works. That's how it works. That's how it works. You don't get bragging rights for being a 1 seed. We didn't even get to the conference finals. That's called a disappointment in my book. Now again, slow your roll. You're building. I mean, I didn't see that you did much. You traded Karis LeVert for Gary Harris and Taurean Prince. You're making money, cost saving moves. You're basically playing tug of war with your franchise young big man. They won All NBA for you in his contract. Yeah, I don't know that you're building anything. I don't know if you're making steps in the right direction. Now I like Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham is going to need help if he's going to actually bring y'all anywhere close to a championship. And the Knicks pretty much are running it back. It's good to be a Knicks fan, brothers. It's good to be a Knicks. Boston, another team. Boston won a chip, right? Cool. We knocked you off as defending champions. And we didn't win a chip that year, and you held it over our head. Did you win a chip? What ring did you get? We won the next one. And I'm going to say it again, we won the next one. That means the last 2 years we have bragging rights. 2 years ago, a lot of Knicks fans felt, again, we were the challengers. We were the up-and-comers knocking on your guys when you had your year. We felt that if we would have got past Indiana, we would have gave Boston all we want. And that clearly proved if we'd have had a healthy Julius Randle and we would have had, again, there's nothing about the would-have. So what can you do? You can only do it in the next year. You can only do what you say you would have done or could have done in the next year. Well, we knocked you off in the next year. And then, okay, that's not enough. We need to win a championship. Okay, we knocked you off and won a championship. We knocked the team that knocked y'all off in the first round and won a championship. We beat you 2-1 handily in the regular season. We get bragging rights. It seems like these fans, y'all don't know the natural order of things. But okay, I'ma say it again. It's good to be a Knicks fan right now. I'm smiling from ear to ear because it's good to be a Knicks fan right now. The Knicks have bragging rights over everybody from the East. And let's talk about OKC and San Antonio. Because those are the only two teams in the West they got anything to say. Denver, we've been whipping them in the regular season. Denver won their championship in 23. Guess what? We're in the club. The Lakers won their championship in 2020. They don't even have anybody from LeBron is out. They have nobody from that championship team. But okay, we won our championship this year. The Knicks broke the league. The Knicks have bragging rights over everybody. Catch up. Because everybody is scrambling to do what the Knicks are doing. We're going to be the first team to win a championship other than OKC and Boston, because Boston was well over the cap, well over the apron when they did it, but they felt it worth it. Second year they broke it up because of the Tatum injury, right? But we won our chip, and we're gonna be well over. We're gonna bring up our team back without even going over the apron. Most of it. Now we're gonna lose. Obviously we lost Mitch. Very important. I believe, we replaced him with Andre Drummond. Not a full replacement, but a partial replacement. Okay. Andre Drummond's happy to be a Knick. Mitch is happy to be his bag. I don't know if he's happy to be a Celtic. Hopefully he's not. But Celtics is, look, he gets money. He'll play for a team that's going to make the playoffs. Who knows if they'll use him right? Whatever, because, they like to shoot threes. They like to put for lineups of 5 people that shoot threes. So maybe they sign him to spite us. Who knows? Who knows? I wish Mitch the best. But right now, it's good to be a Knicks fan. We got bragging rights over everybody. I'm sorry, we do. Who don't we have bragging rights over, fellas? Who don't we have bragging rights over? We got bragging rights over everybody. We got bragging rights over everybody. It's good to be a Knicks fan. God damn, it's good to be a Knicks fan right now. And the captain, as we know, the captain was playing with a broken wrist, playing with a wrist that needed surgery. Same way Randall played with an ankle that needed surgery. But listen, man, we got warriors. We got guys that did with pains out. They don't worry about the team goal over their own goals. It's good to be a Knicks fan, man. It's good to be a Knicks fan. It's really, really good to be a Knicks fan. And so, here we are. This is going to be a summer of the Knicks. Everybody thinks they're doing right, doing their thing, making these crazy trades and crazy free agent signings. Nobody's spent crazy money, right? Nobody's done any of that. But I'm going to say it again. It's good to be a Knicks fan. We got bragging rights over everybody. And until you take it back, the Knicks are on top. We got bragging rights over everybody. OKC, y'all want a chip? We knocked the team and knocked y'all off. Y'all don't get to say we would have done anything. We got bragging rights over everybody. It's good to be a Knicks fan. All right, guys.